Hi everyone. So actually I did not expect to be recording a video at all today, but yesterday I saw a comment on my horde mode video and it said, Basel, can you show us some of the fails on that you do when you practice or whatever, because we want to see some of the things that can go wrong in an attack, how we can react, how we can fix them, and that kind of stuff. So then I got the idea for this video, and this video is going to be showing you first of all how I test a base and then how I practice. So it's kind of going to be like a real world scenario kind of thing, mainly with horde mode, but we'll also talk about some other stuff hopefully. So we'll be starting out by doing kind of like a mini base test, like kind of showing you the procedure I do, and then I'll be trying to crack two very difficult bases which I haven't beaten before live in front of you guys, so you can see my thought process behind how I normally practice and that kind of stuff. So it'll be mostly uncut kind of stuff in this video. Now, first of all, this is a pretty strong base. I built it in the hopes of it being used in the World Championship qualifiers, mainly for Stage 3 this weekend. But we did some testing, I think it was 2 days ago, and this base, and we decided that we won't use it because there was a bit of a weakness. But although just, so you guys know, just because these bases don't pass for that kind of level of testing, they are still pretty good, as I'll show you in a second. So for example, these bases that were used in the grand final of the Global Clash Cup Brutal Division, which is Town Hall 17 20v20 one-hit format. All 4 of my bases actually did defend over there against a pretty strong team, mostly some Spanish players. They had players from like Team Electros like Eltano and Rocio and stuff. So all pretty good defenses, even a 1-star. So just because like a base doesn't pass for like the final 8 of the World Championship, that's only because like there's like a kind of difficult entry to find, but maybe a team like Navi or like, okay, they didn't make it this time, but like a team like Navi, Tribe Gaming, Synchronic, whatever, someone at that level, there's a chance that they might see this entry, and we kind of want a base that for that kind of level that defends everything, and if it gets tripled pretty close. So it's usually like one thing about the base, but it also requires strong execution to find the weakness. So these bases are still really strong, and against almost all entries, they still defend super well. So how would I go about testing this base now? So usually base testing, first of all, is super important. It actually takes more time than building the actual base. Like building a base, usually it takes me maybe an hour and a half, because I usually build kind of chill, like I take my time, think about things slowly. And then when I test a base, it might take like, I guess, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on the base, just to kind of test all the entries and set all the traps. And then later I would test it with like a team or some person, or depending on whatever kind of base or whoever I want to test with. And that might take like maybe 20 minutes or something for one base. So usually the testing on my own is the most important part. Of course, for Legends League or Clan War League bases, they're usually a bit quicker with testing. I would guess, I think it might take half an hour to an hour to just test it on my own. But in horde mode, we have to be like pretty detailed, kind of think through all of the different strategies, because people will also think about how to attack the base. They're going to do some creative things and all that kind of stuff. So basically what I do usually is that I have a few different armies and I test them all on the base. So first of all, I would test the Root Riders with the log launcher variation, and I have the armies like over here. Hero Dive Root Riders, that's what I just have it named as. And then I would test the Spirit Walk Root Riders. Then I would test the RC Walk into the Dragons. And then I would test different Spirit Walk Root Rider variations, but with more invisibility spells. So like 7 invisibility, haste vial charges, that kind of stuff. And I would also be like testing from different angles. So I might start a dragon entry with the Royal Champion from like over here. I might also test it from over here, from over here. And then after, okay, so I didn't say this earlier, but since it's uncut, I guess I can keep talking. So the first thing I do is I would just set the traps randomly on the base. in a bit of a general way, and then I would test all these entries. And then after I test all these entries and I know what's good and what's not good, then I would remove all of the traps that I set and then put them in a proper way which I think would defend these entries. And it depends, like if I think an entry is super strong, I would commit more traps against it. If an entry is slightly weaker but still needs some traps, I would put a few traps against it. So that kind of stuff. And then after I do that, so basically we talked about how first I test the entries to get an idea of how people would attack the base, and then I redo the traps based on these entries, so that's the second step. And then the third step is, after redoing these traps, is of course I would want to test these entries again, but at the same time before I do that, I also test like the spirit walk. So for example, if I want to bait like RC walk from here, I would keep testing it out a few times with the giant bombs to see whether they work, maybe test from a few different angles. Like for example, if I wanted to hypothetically bait a Royal Champion charge from here into the core, I might test someone coming in from like this army camp, coming in from this gold storage, that kind of things. I might also test with if people do like drop their invisibilities at 46, 36, like that single cycle, or if they could do some kind of double cycle, like just vary it up, try to be a bit realistic. Of course, when people do these attacks in matches and all that, they're going to be a little bit weaker than what you find in the test because they're going to be more conservative just to be super safe. But we always try to kind of test the worst case scenario for the base, I guess. So I just gave you a lot of ideas of how I normally trap the base, and I guess that's why it ends up taking an hour and a half to 2 hours just retesting these spirit walks, the giant bombs, and all that stuff. So I'll be doing kind of a mini test now in front of you, just showing you what I would normally do, and then we'll look at how I place the traps for this base. So now we're just going to do a few test runs as I would normally do it in testing. Maybe, I'll fail a spirit walk or something, and just so you can normally see how I normally do things. So first of all, I would first pick Hero Dive into Root Riders, order the army, so we can have the normal order of troops. I don't know if every player does this now or some people got used to the new orders, but I guess I just like to do the old order. So first of all, I would first of all just think about a quick entry that I could use. Let's see, probably from the far side of the town hall. So I'll be a bit quiet over here. Actually, I did do the testing on this base, so I just know the entry. I just want to make sure the army is set. Okay, I have an idea here. Let's just go in. Let's see. And I won't talk very much, just kind of focus and try to do my thing. Okay, that was bad, I guess bad reactions. I meant for her to go to the spitter, but I think I got this every time when I was normally testing, but I also recording a video and stuff. There were some different angles for this too, but whatever, like from the other wizard tower, but okay. Drop the invis early. Again, I am supposed to... I could drop the invis on the expo too, but it's fine. Actually, there was a stronger way to do this, but let me just focus. This is not a very usual entry, but a lot of people do know this, and it's an idea. This is kind of the problem. So again, I'm just testing. I don't really care much if it triples or not, but I just want to get an idea. Alright, the red bombs are insane. Okay, so when I first tested this entry on the base without good traps, I think it was like, it got to like a 97% or something. And I think it'll still climb up actually. I thought somehow my army died. So I guess there could be some randomness. I guess that's good for the base building side. Yeah, it gets kind of close. You should get the town hall, but the red bombs were also great. They killed the healers and that kind of helped the slow down the attack a little bit. Now here I would just X out. It's okay. We'll test the normal spirit walk into the root riders now. So, right. Yeah, I'm recording. It's fine. Just making sure. Right. Spirit walk or... I mean, what should we do? Okay, I'll test dragons actually, because I do want to show you some... Or... It's fine, we'll just do a dragon test, because there are more things to do with the spirit walk, so... Or no, I'll do the spirit walk actually, and then I'll show you something else for the dragons, because we don't want to make the video too long, but... Hopefully this section only takes like 10 minutes or something, but I have no idea. Just a normal spirit. Right, so the idea with this is we probably want to go far side. We can use the same entry, but I feel like getting the monolith would be good to set a great pathing, but you would kind of need a haste vial to do this. So there's also the entry into the town hall. So again, we can't test everything in this video, but what shall I do? Okay, I'll do the haste vial for fun. I think I'll take this out here. I won't do the town hall entry because that's similar to dragons. So double overgrowth I think is okay. And can you get the monolith? Well, okay. I know which side is trapped, so again, we'll do more of the spirit walk testing in the dragon pour. Okay. I don't think I ever did this well in any of my tests. I just got this idea, but oh well. Did you guys know, by the way, that the troop launcher, if you drop it if it gets too far away from the troops, it actually won't throw the final troops if you have too many stuff in there. Like if you have a Yeti and a million balloons. It's just interesting, like the last Yeti won't get thrown. So again, this is just a good... Oh, the Royal Champion, that is so unlucky. Where's the fox? I'll just healing tome. Alright, I had haste vial, so no rocket spear here. I mean, I can overgrowth wherever, but... One second, I just felt like since the army doesn't seem to be in such great shape, I just overgrowth the core. Whether it's the right idea for 3-starring or not is just a test in the end, so... I think this should defend always because the rage tower is just strong, but the queen and king on the outside always help to climb the percentage. Wall break. Yeah, the attack's basically dying out. We can get this kind of area too, but I don't think it will triple. You know, I think we'll just X out, whatever, just go to the dragon bit and show you the kind of stuff I do there. Or I mean, okay, yeah, I guess we can do a dragon hit fine. And then I'll just show you how I did the traps, because we don't... Or, you know, I'll just show you the spirit walk baits, kind of. On this base, they're not super creative or anything, so there isn't that much to show, but there's a bait on this side for dragons and this side for dragons, but we'll talk about that in a bit. I think having the sweepers here would kind of tempt people, so let's just do this. Oh my, okay, that's not good. I tried to get her to skip inside, but so you can see how the bait worked over there. I also have a bait on the bottom side, and then we'll just do one dragon hit for fun so you guys can kind of see the usefulness of the traps overall. Yeah, there are giant bombs here. But let's see, are they good? Okay, they hit. Oh, and okay, see, I missed the timing because I pressed it on like 47, but that's what I would normally do. And okay, great. The bombs were fine, I guess. But now we'll just do one kind of proper try-hard dragon attack. There's also the dragon entry from here. I don't know if I've tried. I'll do it for fun, okay? I don't know if I've done this, but just for the video, I'll try a dragon hit from here. Because it's a possibility, you know. There's something to say about that later, but... okay, I got lucky, fine. Okay, but the Spirit Walk isn't great, is it? If I had a Furnace CC, it would be fine. You know what? I'll do this. It's not that bad, but... I have 2 invis spells as well. Get away, ice golems, you're not helping. Yeah, this attack won't get far from... Okay, this isn't a great angle for the dragons, but... Okay, I'll do one more dragon hit from the town hall side, just like... Okay, if you guys want to watch the video, I mean, like, so you can, you know, so we can cover all the things and you can learn it all, but... I'll do the better version of the dragon hit. And we'll just go in from here. That was very bad. I'll just do it one more time. Hopefully I can just get it right. It's fine. You guys can skip ahead if you don't want to see it, but hey, this is how it happens. Even like, you know, when you test from players from like Vatic Esports or teams like Navi or whatever, I didn't actually test with Navi ever, but just as an example, like any pro player even, they always have like a million fails when you do testing. Spirited walks go wrong because we're just trying to get a feel for the base, get the attacks in. They don't have to be perfectly executed or anything, so I'm just saying that's how it normally works. It's like not even the best player in the world executes perfectly in testing, because it's just a base test in the end. You don't have to do a perfect attack. Okay, I didn't get the multi, but okay, fine, whatever. Just we can't make the video too long. We'll see how close the attack gets. The air defense is hard to reach, which is great on the base building end, but with rocket balloons you can't really snipe it, so that's good. But after this we'll do the try hard hits, of course. The attack's still going fine, I mean, but this is why I have black mines on the back end. I don't think I have air skellies, but I'm not sure. I mean, I know if you execute this perfectly, you can get to like, maybe there'll be one multi left, one multi archer tower like that. As you can see, it's close. I think with the multi down it would have been a bit better. You know, this kind of what happens. Now we'll look at the traps and then we'll do some of the try hard hits to try and triple. So we'll just X out and we'll see you with the base now. Also, if you might have noticed, it showed like heroes boosted with the mighty morsel and stuff. I realized that if you actually use the magic snack and you don't do any multiplayer battles, I guess you have the boost forever for normal equipments and stuff, which is kind of interesting because, I mean, I don't really do multiplayer battles, so I guess I have forever if I want to play with a maxed lava loon puppet. But anyways, let's look at the traps, how I placed them. So I didn't think the giant bombs here for the spirit walk into like log launcher was super important because that entry wasn't insanely strong. I thought that just the Teslas around here where the king usually goes would be sufficient to kind of slow that down. But these Teslas also do nicely when there's like a king and siege barracks with a dragon entry, as you saw. These red bombs are actually insane on this base. Not on every base do you get the chance to place red bombs so nicely. But on this base, like even I tested like the sneezy won't get them if it goes to like over here. So one thing I like about this base a lot for sure is if people come from around here, the red bombs are like 99% gonna hit, I think. Now I also put giant bombs here. I don't know if it's the best option. Actually, maybe it is not after doing some of my testing with my team, but we'll talk about the entry we found in a second. And then these black mines, of course, as towards the back end for dragons. Spring traps are like the last thing that I kind of test on a base. Like I look at the replays, see where the Valkyries went in the Root Rider attacks and just place spring traps where they went. They're usually towards the edge of building, so I saw they went here, 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 here. And then here and here wasn't like 100% chance, but I think occasionally they might be okay. I mean, you can't worry too much about spring trap placements. These giant bombs and tornado over here for the other spirit walk. And these black mines are just good here in case people go from a dragon entry towards this side and then they want to go dragons through the town hall. It's always helpful, and maybe if they're healers, I don't know. Like, we don't have to go for a full bait around this side or this side, but it's helpful. Notice also this side has the Giga Bomb and red bombs, so it doesn't really need black mines. You can kind of balance stuff out like that. And then is there anything else to say really about these traps? The Gigabomb, I guess, you can sometimes place it with the regular bait, but here I thought it might be interesting so people see, oh, the Gigabomb is here, which means that maybe if they want to play a log launcher entry, they'll think that this side's also baited with regular bombs, so they like second guess themselves a bit maybe. So those are the different ideas with the traps. Right, so the entry I found with my team, which happened to be rather strong, was somehow like they did a spirit walk through here, got the Rage Tower core, recalled... Oh, no, wait. I think what happened was that they got super lucky. They went for a spirit walk here, and somehow the RC went right into here, into the core, then they managed to recall. And then the rest of the base is just a straight path for the Root Riders, and it was a nice triple. I don't know if someone else also did a Spirit Walk from here, and then they had a nice redirect into the core. Again, I think that was also a bit of a problem, like the core was too easily reachable, but... Right, I think they used a lot of rocket balloons to redirect and stuff, so that's one of the things you can do with Root Riders. To use rocket balloons to redirect, depends on the player, but when they did that, I think the base was pretty thinned out since the core was taken out. But that's it for the base building part of this video. Of course, after the World Championship Qualifier Stage 3, I'll hopefully be able to show you guys some more bases, and we'll be able to look at some of more trapping ideas and stuff like that. But now we'll go into some try-hard attacks. Okay, so what are the bases that we'll be doing the try-hard attacks on? Well, there are actually two bases. First of all, it's going to be this base, which Badzinger used in the finals of the World Championship qualifiers like 2 months ago, but it was still pretty strong. And we'll try to find some entries on it. It was also tripled, but I'll try to find something else. And then there's this base from Elevate. When I was practicing on the Elevate winning bases last month, I think this was the only one that I didn't fully manage to triple. I went to like 98%. I was like, okay, it's enough. I'm only just warming up. I was gonna start getting back into base building, so I just wanted some attacking practice. So we'll see if we can crack this base as well. But we'll start with the Badzinger base. And yeah, I see the traps on my home village, but that shouldn't be a big issue. We'll just, plan like we normally do. So I'll just set the base. Okay, we have the base set over here. And basically what I'm going to do is think about how I could attack this base with different ways, like the log launcher, double overgrowth spirit walk, maybe a warden walk, a queen angry jelly charge, like if I really see something. Even dragons. So I'm just going to kind of take a minute to think about it. You guys can think about it while I do it as well, just so you can kind of see what I do. So I just think about these entries one by one, and you can also think about them while I do. These don't have to be like perfect entries like you would do in Clan Wars and stuff. Just get an idea, try it out and see if it works. Maybe you'll triple, so... By the way, the original way that Max used to triple this was like a warden walk around here, flame flinger here, and root riders around the base with like overgrowth on the town hall. I think I tried this. I don't know if I tripled or it like ended up being close. It was a really strong entry, but we'll see if I can find something else, because like why not? It's a nice challenge. So there's a log launcher like over here, which I could try. The problem is there are a lot of defenses here, which isn't great unless I get a spirit walk through these defenses. So that's one thing I'm thinking about, but the backend's heavy, so I don't like that. Double overgrowth, like overgrowth the town hall, spirit walk here and then through here. Actually, I could do double overgrowth, but like with the Not with the queen angry. Actually, you can do it with the queen warden angry jelly charge because the queen can reach this expo from this compartment. Some base builders don't care so much about reachability. I kind of care a bit more because I don't know. It's just actually the first thing I learned in base building was how to count the queen's range, which I guess is unusual, but I was kind of trying to pay attention to it a bit. We could do that and then go double overgrowth around here. It's decent. The spitter's annoying. Against a good base. We can also do dragon entries. It doesn't really matter. We can just try stuff out and see if they work. What do I want? Okay, why not? We'll try the root rider approach with the double overgrowth. So we'll just set the army like I normally do. Set the order. Okay. Now we want a queen angry jelly charge. So we have the jelly on the queen. The warden gets a sneezy. CC is okay. We can take this out, bring an extra rage spell or triple invis. I don't know if we need a golem to help. We don't really need a golem. If I place the queen around here and wall break her in, that'd be fine. Do I have the army for that? Okay, hopefully the sound can be heard. Like, I guess if I talk a bit low, you can't hear so much, but I think it should be okay like this. So we'll try that entry. Actually, maybe we have an idea to bring a heal spell and then go the eternal tome. This area is also heavy, so the base is really good. I also might need an ice golem to distract this, but the base builder thought of that, so... okay, it looks fine. Okay, why not? We'll just jump into the attack. And actually, 2 rage spells feels like a bit overkill. I'll bring free spells instead, because they can always be useful. And yeah, that's basically how long it'll kind of take to plan an attack, and let's go into it. Set everything. Is it fine? I hope. Maybe I do need a golem because of this actual invis here. Oh, bad. This gold mine will be annoying. King can distract a bit, but you don't want him to take too much damage, so... Actually, I don't know if I should have wall broken him, but whatever. And that wall break wasn't great, but... The Royal Champion died, okay. But I do like this entry actually. I never thought of this overgrowth placement before, but it looks fun. Okay, and the warden dies too, so... Yeah, this is... I mean, it's not bad. Like, if I had the warden Royal Champion, I think I might get this. So I'll try again and see what I can do. So we'll just go in again and see if the same entry can work. The ice golem does great to tank at the start. Oh, I didn't place the royal champion. And the crusher mortar is annoying, so maybe we should try again going into the crusher mortar first, because it is very annoying for root rider entry. So let's see. I won't wall break the king, it's fine. I don't want the root riders to go up, that's why I popped the RC ability, but they will, so we'll see how it ends up being the regrouping. If not, we'll try dragon entry on the space. So I mean, it's not that bad, the plan, but okay, so we'll try dragons on this, see how it goes. And hey, I mean, these bases were like trusted for the grand finals and stuff, so they're pretty well tested and the traps are nice. So we'll just see. Dragons are usually kind of an easier crack on any base, so let's see if we can manage to get something done with it. So think about it. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, because there's also another very difficult base. But let us see. I can go for a charge into here, which is fine. Actually, if I have an overgrowth to redirect, actually, this is great value for a queen and angry jelly, with like to funnel the royal champion in. But I also know that this side is baited with giant bombs, so maybe they thought of that. So I think I'll have to go in from here, get into the core, and then dragons around here and like king around here, maybe. Is it a good try? I mean, if we can like snipe, let's see, the multi-gear, we'll send the dragons into the crusher mortar. If we can snipe the multi-gear tower, that helps the king. Let's try it, see if it works out. So set the army, it's all fine, I think. Oh, but it was a nice charge, so I was scared the Royal Champion would backtrack into the multi-gear tower, so I let her skip the Town Hall, but we'll try again and see if we can do it better. We can get the monolith, so we can try to be greedy if it works. No, we won't get the monolith, right? Otherwise, it's, I think, very good. So, is it recording still? Yeah, it's fine. Ice golems got pulled. Let's see, I will break in here. Right. You have to send the king in because I only have one wall break, so it's fine. And just hope the dragon's path okay, but it's looking like a decent try. Actually, I think it might triple even, but we'll see. But we don't have any funneling, which is bad. Not crazy eternal tome value, but... Oh, the time, yeah, that might be a bit of a problem, but maybe the spiky ball will save us. Let's see what we can get. Yeah, again, dragons is always like guaranteed 90% plus on any base because it always gets rather close, but come on, spiky ball clutch. Okay, just get this. Okay, it was a great entry, but the time was a problem, so I guess I was a bit too relaxed with deploying the dragons as I am in testing, but we'll try again and hopefully we'll get the 3-star now. We'll just be a bit quicker. The skeleton trap is killing me, by the way. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. Sometimes I like to save more dragons just for funneling, but I have baby dragons actually. I mean, maybe could have been slightly better executed, not by that much, so I really hope this works because it might be take some time if we can't make this entry work. Come on, minion prince. It's going to be another time fail actually, so we'll see if we can find another dragon entry that's a little bit better. Again, if we want to get 3-star, or actually this might get it. No, 7. If I waited with the king ability, I don't know, but okay, it's a shame, but I mean, we could try it again. We'll see if there's something a little bit better. As far as Peter was annoying killing some dragons, so where can I go in from? Maybe save some rocket balloons. I think that might be the play. We just save some rocket balloons, try to be quicker, and hopefully it works better. We can take out the poison spell. Yeah, whatever, let's just go. I don't know why it feels like slippery, the right side of my iPad. Why not like have the dragons healthier? Even actually healing Tomb Raid gem would have been fine if I wanted to do this. Yeah, we got the time, okay, but not the power this time, so we'll just try to look for something else. I mean, if you want to skip ahead, it's fine, but I'll see how much more I'll try, but we can go for a log launcher as well. Let's see. Yeah, log launcher is fine, actually. I'll just try it out for side and see if it manages to get anything done. So let's see, we get log launcher. Let me just make sure. I might want more invis for this. Okay. 6 invis, giant arrows. Let me. I mean, I don't need the healer puppet, but I think it's fine. Action figures. Let's see. One overgrowth too. It's looking tough though. I have a feeling it doesn't work, but unless I go double overgrowth. So we'll try. Now why not see if it works? I mean, it's a very good base, so... And then we can try a long spirit walk after this into root riders. That might be good too, so... Let's see how long it takes. And again, most bases I could beat them in like 3 tries or something, 2 tries, 1 try, but like these are super exceptional bases, and like I picked them because I wanted this video to be a bit of a challenge. So yeah, let's see how long it takes. Okay, wait a minute. This is actually better than I thought, maybe. Or should I have set overgrowth on the whole core? It's not working really though, is it? Okay, I'll try it one more time, overgrowth on the full core, and see if it does anything, maybe. It's fine. I'll go here. We'll just go full risk because it's fine, it's practice, so if it works it would be great. I don't think it's gonna work, but... Actually, I think we have a chance here, which is great. If the RC takes the town hall, if the king can clutch, basically. Which depends. Okay, Root Rider won't open the wall. Yeah, I think it's a fail. Unfortunate. Yeah, it was a close one. We can try a long Spirit Walk and then we'll just go to the next base because... Or we can do the entry that actually worked on this. That's fine too. Let's see what I can find. So we can also do, instead of the log launcher, just get a full Spirit Walk into the monolith. Which is, yeah, we'll do that. So Spirit Walk. Here. Paste file. This looks a bit better actually. The only problem is like if the king gets locked on by the multi-gear tower. Okay, that's fine. Okay, if the royal champion split, that would have been bad. Did I drop 2 overgrowths on... Oh, I only brought 1 overgrowth in the army maybe. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's fine. We can do the entry then that worked on the base, I guess. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, we'll just go with that entry, see, hopefully it does fine. Double overgrowth. Rage spell. Rage spells. Invis. Warden. Angry Jelly. Flavor. Angry Jelly. That's fine. No need for a recall, of course. More rage. It's a lot of rage spells, I think, but it's okay. Rage. I think it's okay. Right, there was a hog rider too to test for the flinger, but it's fine. Okay. If I place a super barbarian on the dark elixir drill, then it's gonna go and activate the ricochet cannon. It's gonna kill the flame flinger, so I think this is okay now. The king was way too early though, but he did trigger the poison tower, so it's like an okay-ish move. Yeah, I think this should be a triple. Wait, I have the haste vial. Okay, that's might be a way to throw this. Let's see, the entry was so good that even though I had the haste vial, maybe it's gonna triple. Okay, I think we would have gotten this without the haste vial mistake, but okay, whatever, let's move on to the next base and see if we can get the triple on it. Okay, now this base was one of the elevate winning bases. Let's see over here. Log launcher down here is always fine. Actually, I think dragons will do well. Yeah, I think we'll just go with a dragon hit on this one. Keep it simple. I have a nice idea. And let's see, swap. Okay, you don't need to plan too much. I don't know if I want to come in from the Giga Bomb, so I could also bring an ice block for that. Actually, with Root Riders, I think that if I do a Spirit Walk like this, it's like a free triple or something, but let me see. Yeah, a lot of dragons died, so this could be done better for sure. It might still triple though, it would be crazy first try. Okay, it's going to be a time fail, but yeah, we could play the dragons a bit better. We can also try this with Root Riders. Let me take a look, 1 second. See, okay, if I did this with Root Riders, recall. Yeah, I think I'll do it with Root Riders. It's also rather simple. Hmm. 7 in phase, haste file. Rage spells aren't that important, they're just like extra if you can afford them, so let's see. I think this is fine. We'll go in and try it out. Okay, I thought I had the cycle right, but I guess I didn't, so it's fine. We'll go again. Okay, that isn't good either. Okay, I think this should be good. We'll see though. It's looking good, but the back end could be a bit tricky. Ability, clear everything. I hope it's enough. I think so. Crusher mortar is out of the way too, so that's a big help. We have a lot of time. Yeah, that's a triple, that's nice. So it took us, I mean, we nearly did it first try with dragons, but I saw the Spiritual Walk was strong, so I did it with Brute Riders. So, yeah, that's great. I guess we can finish the video, or we can see if... Alright, we did kind of triple that base from Badzinger with a few ways. Got nearly kind of close, so... I mean, I guess that's kind of enough for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. You learned a bit about how to do some trap placements, how I normally test bases and all that kind of stuff. And then also got to see some live attacks, how I normally practice and try out different armies and all that kind of stuff. I don't know why I said that a lot. It's been a long video. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this and saw some, how I normally do base testing and practice. So thanks for watching this, and bye-bye.